part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, take a breath. Revolving tide, creating life. You are the one, I am the one. Evolving mind, healing life. You are the one, we are one. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, take a breath. Revolving tide, creating life. You are the one, I am the one. Evolving mind, healing life. You are the one, we are one. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. Star seeds rise, your heart drum
morning in community. It's just a lovely day to be here in the neighborhood and in this building. I welcome all people online joining us. What a great day it is. We'd like to begin, like we do all our services, with some music. And Astra Fox is here. Let's welcome her.
Thank you so much. Well, I hope you all will join me in singing as we amplify and anchor our joy, our love, and our peace as we sing together. So this one will start as a call and response, and then you can join in however feels comfortable for you. But I'd love to hear your voices. So repeat after me. Spectacular joy, incredible joy, miraculous joy, spectacular joy. And then sing this with me. I know what freedom feels like because I choose. Let's sing that again. I know what freedom feels like because I choose to feel that glorious love, abounding love, infinite love, glorious love. I know what grateful feels like because I choose. I know what grateful feels like because I choose to feel that generous life, that healing light, radiant light, generous light. You sound great. I know what happy feels like because I choose. I know what happy feels like because I choose to feel that spectacular joy, incredible joy, miraculous joy, spectacular joy, oh, glorious love, abounding love, infinite love, glorious love. Give me that generous light, that healing light, radiant light, the generous light. I know what freedom feels like because I choose to. Give yourselves a hand. That was wonderful. Well done.
Does that help? I don't want to start too loud. My microphone's not turned on. Is it on now? Okay, great. So good to have everybody here today. What a joyous day it is, always in this community. So good to have everybody here. We like to begin our service with our vision and mission statement. If you'll look up on the screen, those people online can look at your screen and repeat with me. We are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. An affirmation for this community that is continuing to evolve, continuing to emerge into greater ways that we serve in the world. So thank you for being a part of this community. I did want to make a few announcements. One is that we, over the past month and a half, we've been talking about our vision and what's coming through us, what's emerging through us. And we, out in the courtyard, we made some vision boards that people cut out pictures from magazines and put it on there. And then what we did is we put it up on the wall. I don't know if you saw it coming in, but it has some of those images on there, but it doesn't feel complete to me. So that's why I've added extra poster board around that. And you can bring images, or you can take the markers and write on it, whatever you want to do. But the idea is, what is your experience of this community? And how do you see us continuing to evolve and emerge into greater ways? So I encourage you to do that before, after services. If you're here for meditation or class, whatever, it's going to be out for a couple weeks to add to that and enjoy that. So thank you for being a part of that. Also this month, I cannot ignore this or I'd probably be in trouble. It's Women's History Month. I always think it's fitting that Women's History Month is March, because women have long marched and protested for not only their rights, but the rights of others. And I think it's so fitting, what I know, the women I know are inclusive. It's not only about their rights, they believe that all rights are everybody's rights, and that we stand in that strength and that power for all people to have equal access to voting, equality and housing, and access to food, and access to freedom and liberty like all. So I appreciate all the women and all of you that are involved in community activism that continue to hold this truth for all people as we step into this time and we march away, right? This is also the season of spring. Well, first of all, most people, because they have cell phones, have this figured out by now. But there is a time change before next Sunday, so a week from now. And yes, this is spring forward, so you lose an hour of sleep. But, we'll have the coffee on early, so come on up and we'll just, we'll be ready for you whenever you show up, but hopefully on time. And then, so that's March 8th, in 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever time they do that, and your phone's automatically reset. So, that then the following week, and there's going to be Friday, March 20th, we're going to have a spring equinox celebration. Practitioner Virginia and I are leading a ritual. We're also doing some singing, but the idea is to tap into this new spring energy that's emerging and letting go of what no longer serves us. Getting rid of all those weeds. You notice how a lot of weeds in your yard lately? Pull up those weeds and plant new things that are emerging, and also just things that are naturally Spirit is moving through us that we haven't even planted, but we've set maybe an intention out. It's coming through, and we can become aware and allow this glorious celebration of newness that comes forth. So that's on Friday night at 7 p.m. We'll be here in the sanctuary. And then the very next day, we also have a workshop that's led by Shauna Marshall, who's back here. If you have any questions, you can ask her about it. But this is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. the next day on Saturday. I think those Saturday workshops are really nice because you can just come for 3 hours and you have a day. Some people are early risers, have time before, go to the farmer's market and then come, or afterwards you have plenty of time too. It includes all the supplies you need, and the idea is she's helping us use this energy, the fire horse, the Chinese New Year that we have, and using it to create new things in our lives, manifest new things in our lives, and allow it to not only individually but collectively we create things. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there, and I hope that you are too. Shauna's leading it. The cost is $25, and if you would like, there's a sliding scale available if you would like to see me or Shauna about that. We want to make sure that the cost doesn't get in the way of anybody coming, because we'd like to fill the room up on that day. So hopefully we can do that. Like I said, if you have any questions about that, there's sign-ups for both the Equinox celebration and the this workshop here too. So I hope you are able to make to one or both of those. And then we have a few things coming up beyond that you'll hear more about, but those are the two primary things. But please know that one of our core beliefs is an affirmative prayer, that we affirm in prayer what we are seeking to experience. And sometimes we experience in the world that which is not what we're seeking to experience. And I don't know about you, but I'm saddened by the events in Mexico recently, the violence there, and I'm saddened by the violence in Iran and other areas of the Middle East right now, and concerned that this is, well, I know this, and this is what prayer does for us, that I affirm. What I know is Spirit is moving in and through all people and seeking peace, seeking reconciliation, seeking forgiveness. That is the nature of Spirit. I think the other way is possibly, I don't want to judge, it's possibly the way of the humanity and selflessness and seeking power. But I think they are to answer to that. But what I know is Spirit is a voice of peace and love and joy, and we can affirm that. So as we move into this sacred time, I'm going to invite Astra to come up for singing, but I'm going to begin with a prayer. So in this moment, I know the Spirit is with us, with all those who have joined us online, with all people on this planet. I know Spirit is the voice of reason, the voice of forgiveness, the passion for peace, the clarity for peace. That as things fall away, there is God. And only God in all things. I know this is the movement and energy of peace in all places, in all people, everywhere on this planet. And for this I'm grateful. And so it is.
You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, take a breath. Revolving tide, creating life. You are the one, I am the one. Evolving mind, healing life. You are the one, we are one. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, take a breath. Revolving tide, creating life. You are the one, I am the one. Evolving mind, healing life. You are magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there.
So let's just all, I'm Michael Coleman. I'm one of the practitioners here. And I'd just like to ask you all to take a deep breath, like we just heard in this beautiful song. Sit back in your seat right now. Just let any negativity or any tension, just let it flow right on out of you now as we open up to that one power, that one presence. Giving praise and thanks to that ultimate percolator up there that's just brewing and manifesting and creating every moment of every day, whether what we think or not. We just know that manifestation, that creation in a world that is here for everyone. We just give praise to that knowledge that power and that presence is always active in our universe every minute, every day, no matter where I go, in every holy encounter that I come forth with. I know that power and that praise is with me each and every moment as I just walk forth with my chin up, knowing that everything is just going to be fine the way it is and that everything is coming to its own. I give thanks for that, knowing it is so. I release it to the one as I've spoke my word today, knowing it is already done, and so it is. So good morning, everyone. I went on a journey, so this is like the 31st day of the season for nonviolence. So, and I had the joy of this month of going to visit my my brother's daughters in Alabama. So I did a little bit of the civil rights trail. And not only is it the season of nonviolence, we had Black History Month last month. And as Reverend Jay was just saying, it's Women's March is this month too. So there was, I got to stop at in Birmingham, and I went to the Bethel Baptist Church. And as you see this shirt here that I'm wearing proudly today, which I was interesting to find out is actually where they had their very first bank. It was in the basement where I went through the museum and got to do a little tour. And I'm going to say these names out of these 4 girls that, as soon as I find them again, that unfortunately got caught up in the tides of things that are basically happening now. Sometimes I feel like I'm living my childhood all over again. But so there were 4 girls that were buried that were killed in a bomb blast at this sanctuary back in the day. I'm not going to get into the details about it all, but I like to just speak their words today for the Women's Month. Today's March 1st. So Addie Mae Collins, Carol Robertson, Cynthia Wesley, which are buried in Greenwood Cemetery near the airport. One of their friends was there with them that day from up the street at a different church, and her name was Denise McNair, who was buried in Shadow Lawn Cemetery in southwest Birmingham. So as we just go through all this, knowing that, that standing up for what's right and doing the best thing to create, a world that works for everyone is what we do here. We create love, we manifest joy, and if we just keep our heads up and walk through with that each and every day, holding our heart and that compassion for that world that works for everyone, we're doing the next right thing. Anyways, that's all I'm going to share today. The seasons of nonviolence goes between the day that Gandhi passed away and Martin Luther King passed away. So today's quote, I was going to read that too from Oprah Winfrey, and then I'm done. Let me pull it up because I don't have a good memory anymore. But her quotation for today is, the more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. And that's praising from the seasons of nonviolence. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And I just want to share a little something about this song because it's the first time I performed it live. And it's a new song I wrote for a client who was wanting to, her goal and intention was to lead with her heart and follow the whispers of her intuition. So if that's something you also aspire to connect more with your intuition and that divine guidance, I invite you to enjoy this next song. It's called She Whispers. There's a whisper in my soul calling me to rise. My heart knows what is true. My spirit amplifies. She whispers, I follow. I am love, I am love, I am love. Through her wisdom, I know love. I am love, I am love, I am love. I feel her rhythm in my bones. My body is her drum. I dance her truth alive. We are one. She whispers, I follow. I am love, I am love, I am love. Through her wisdom, I know love. I am love, I am love, I am love. Ooh, I am love. Oh, ooh, I am love. My true self's shining through. Our energies aligned. I am sovereign, I am free. Awakened and divine. She whispers, I follow. I am love, I am love, I am love. Through her wisdom, I know love. I am love, I am love, I am love. She whispers, I follow. I am love, I am love, I am love. Through her wisdom, I know love. I am love, I am love, I am love. I am love, I am love, I am love. I am love, I am love, I am love.
I asked Astra to step here for a moment, but first I just want to say, in the announcements I meant to mention that I'm Reverend Jay, I'm the spiritual director here. But one of the fun or meaningful things I get to do here is as people take classes, they come to service, they're going to workshops, I see them grow and evolve and change. I only see Astra once a month. So I don't always see that. And then the other day we were just talking after the service, and I said, you know, Astra, there's something different about you. There's something about a spiritual maturity or a brightness about you, and I asked you what's going on. So I wanted to bring her up to tell her what she told me. So go ahead.
Thank you, Reverend Jay. Well, I shared this story of something that happened with me recently where I was noticing a shadow aspect of myself, some dense energy is a pattern that kept coming up as I put myself out there. I surround myself with other creative women, and I was noticing this energy of competition that kept coming up. And I was at a vision board retreat towards the turn of the year, and we were going through this guided visualization, and I kind of went into this aspect of myself that was really looking at from an objective standpoint. Okay, what is this competition that's coming up in me that's causing me to feel this dis-ease with these wonderful women that I surround myself with that are so creative and so beautiful, and I want to support and amplify their light, yet I was having this conflict. And what I recognized that was underneath that competition was a belief that if you're successful, I can't be. And when I went through that visualization, as soon as I recognized that that was the pattern of the belief underneath that emotion, I had this beautiful message come through that when we are in service to divine, we all win.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's become my new mantra, right? Is when those patterns come in, they sneak in, they tap us on the shoulder. It's like, okay, wait, we're all in service to the divine, and we all win. So
what you're saying is just because you became aware of it, it didn't all go away.
yes.
So occasionally you have to remind yourself, use affirmations, just awareness. So,
Yeah. Sing those affirmations.
Thank you, Astra. Let's give her another round of applause. I think anytime we get into comparison, we can be bound by too much thoughts, overthinking things, and just be about serving. Just be about being present with what Spirit is seeking to express through us. And I love the topic we're doing today, this month, called Imagineering. And you probably have heard of that term. It was coined by Disney in their efforts to take what was Walt Disney's first of all, but then became a team of people, their vision, their imagination, and turn it into reality. And it was a collection of illustrators, architects, artists, engineers, and designers who all got together to create this. And I think the reason why they've been successful, over 70 years now, the parks and the animations and movies, even longer than that, and Disney on Ice that Astra's son is at today. All these things that is that they focus on the experience, not on how it looks. Our five senses are limited. Even in our imagination, I think our imagination helps us go beyond what those five senses can comprehend. But if we allow Spirit to be part of that, then it becomes even a greater vision, a greater connection with the vision that could be and is coming forth. What I love about a vision that is divinely inspired is it interacts, it activates the universe. And so that which we imagine, that which we vision, that which we are wanting to create is actually an energy that is seeking us as well. In synchronicities, in little things, suddenly we hear something, we see something that sparks solutions to what we think we don't know how to do that. And so this idea of creating something great, to imagine bold new possibilities and see them already in reach, because the whole thing about this imagination, if we embody it, then our mind and our body don't know a difference between what is real and what is imagined. Our endocrine system perceives it as the same because we're just seeing things, right? Well, if we see things within our mind, it seems real. And so it helps us seem possible to do. What's the impossible seem possible in a great and grand way. And what may appear as a molehill, or I say what appears as a mountain, with a vision can give us the courage and the faith to recognize that just step by step we can climb that And it's at the molehills that we do on the way, and the mountain is no longer there. But here's the flip side of imagination. Imagination can also make a mountain out of a molehill, right? Our worry, our concern, our anxiety, our thinking it shouldn't be this way. Actually, it reverses things, because I mentioned that our body and our mind and our heart don't know the difference. It also doesn't know the difference when we spend time worrying and anxious about things. I heard a comedian the other day. He said that his name's Adam Lightplay, and he says, in life there's only two things to worry about. He said, whether you are healthy or whether you're ill. And if you're healthy, you don't have anything to worry about. If you are ill, there's two things to worry about. Can you get better or will you get worse? If you're going to get better, there's nothing to worry about. If you're going to get worse, there's only two things to worry about. Are you going to live or die? If you're going to live, nothing to worry about. If you're going to die, there's only two things to worry about. Are you going to heaven or are you going to hell? And then he goes on to say, if you're going to heaven, you don't have anything to worry about. Now, here at this center, we don't believe in hell. We believe hell is a state of mind. So guess what? We don't have anything to worry about. That's right. It doesn't keep us from trying, though. We know this idea that heaven or hell is all about how we perceive things, how we process things. Bell Hooks, I don't know if you know her. She's, I don't know if I have her. Yeah, I do have her. She's no longer on this planet, but she was such a powerful social activist, academic, professor, writer. And what she said is that imagination is one of the most powerful tools for liberation. So liberation from our attachments, liberation from our expectations. And yes, imagination can create expectations, but if we're mindful, we're aware of that. What's true here? What is possible here? What do I want to put my energy into? The thing that I'm worrying about, or the thing that is possible that will be a great and grand life that I and we and you can experience? And as I mentioned before, sometimes I get very discouraged by the discord, by global unrest, climate concerns, political extremism. And yet I can turn to this spirit within me and recognize a peace, recognize a love. And I can imagine that how I can create that, how we can create that, how we can do something about that. So what if we used our imagination? I don't mean don't be aware of what's going on in the world, but when we hear that, when we see that, especially if we have loved ones that are near these conflicts, or just imagining the people that might be exposed to it, let us surround them with love and know that love and peace are possible. You know, people protesting, we talk about women's movement, we've done so much. Women have done so much. We all have done so much to change culture. We have overcome so much racism. We're past slavery. We're past encampments of the Japanese people during World War II. We are stepping more into equality. I know it seems like 2 steps forward, 1 step back at times, and we still hold the vision of that life we're seeking. To build a world that maybe it doesn't exist yet, but it's not a fantasy. It is a spiritual imperative. It becomes a holy act when we dare to envision safety, justice, and belonging for all. A world that works for everyone. I know that when we talk about a vision, we do need to be aware of how we respond to things, how we open up to this life. And I think above all, the most important thing about our faith is that which we know that we can have a direct experience of spirit. The spirit can be downloaded or aware in our body, and we can experience this peace, and this peace can spread. So we can use this imagination in this way. Now let's think about imagination. So let's say you are imagining an apple. Okay, so imagine in your mind an apple, and you can imagine your favorite kind of apple. It's whatever color it is, and you can imagine it probably has little drops of cold wetness on it, and it feels cold to the touch. It feels fresh, and looks vivacious. There's no bruises on it, of course, none at all. And you might even imagine taking a bite of it. Now, you can imagine the sound of taking a bite into it. You can even imagine the sensorial, but it's not going to fill your belly up. It's not going to actually taste, but you can imagine it. So you go, okay, that's great. Now I'm going to go to the store, and I'm going to go get an apple just like that one, right? So you go to the store, and lo and behold, it doesn't have that same exact apple. There's some kind of like it. But some have bruises on them, and some aren't the same color, and some are a different kind, different size. And we can get into, well, I never find the right kind of apples. I don't even like apples. I don't care about apples anymore. Or somebody took all the apples. All the good apples are taken. Or this store never has good apples. I'm never coming back to this store again. So we make these big assumptions and when the truth is, maybe apples aren't in season right now. Maybe they're going to get more apples in tomorrow. Maybe ask, how can I create this? Maybe another store does have more. I don't know. But don't make these big, grand assessments and judgments. And that's we think that somehow what we have in our mind will be exactly what we experience. And it's not that way. Now, if you think of this image this woman has in her mind, it's not about the waterfall or the birds or the clouds. It's about peace. Can she find peace? Will it look like that? Not necessarily, but she can find peace. She can find serenity. And so we have this, we've been going through these revolutionary agreements. And we're on number 4 today, still in the I agree to truth areas. And it's I agree to keep doing what works and change what does not. I agree to keep doing what works and change what does not. And this requires us to be mindful instead of throwing the whole thing out. I don't ever want an apple again. I'm never going to this store again. Somebody stole my good apple. Who was that? And be caught into the blame and shame of everything. And so today's message is don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Keep the baby, right? There's stuff we don't want anymore. Let go of that. Let go of the dirty bathwater. But this baby is his precious life. This beautiful apple that represents life itself. I mean, think about it. It was a Genesis story. I mean, apples are pretty important, right? And this beauty that we can experience, we don't even need an apple to feel the beauty of this apple. The sanctity and sacredness of life and how beautiful life is just by knowing this in our heart. And we hold it in our heart. And we know this deeper truth of what that is. When I was in my early 20s, well, I'll back up a little bit more than that. So in my teens, I had a series of mystical experiences. Random. I wasn't like I was some guru or, meditated on top of a mountain. I was open and I was seeking, and it happened. I had 3 different mystical experiences in my life. And when I went to my Presbyterian youth pastor to talk to him about it, because I didn't understand it, I didn't know what to think about it, because I'd never heard anybody talk about him. He thought I was either mentally unstable or possibly on drugs. I don't know what he thought. What I could tell is he hadn't had any experiences like that, so he didn't have anything wise to say about it. But what's good about that is it set me on a path of seeking, I started studying world religions and finding out that people had mystical experiences, but it was more of an academic nature. It wasn't until I came across, I had gone to school in Denton, Texas, and moved to Dallas near there. And I went to a spiritual center and met a spiritual teacher. And boy, I went, fell head over heels for spiritual teaching and for this spiritual teacher. And learned about affirmative prayer and meditation. And I finally got a sense of what mysticism was about because I experienced it. But then even after just a year, things started to crumble. I found out I found some inconsistencies with my teacher. I wanted to start teaching classes, and he wasn't interested in me teaching classes. I found out he was abusing women that were part of the center. I found out that he was, when my wife then had questions about the teaching, he tried to separate us two so that I could stay and she would leave. So very manipulative. So obviously, that's the definition of a cult. So I left there, and I did throw the baby out with the bathwater. I just left all spirituality because I thought, I was angry, I was hurt, betrayed, and so I left it all. And it took a year or two when those feelings still came up, like, okay, wait a minute. My experiences I had when I was young were real. So what is the story here? How can I serve that? And so a big part of that was I was very distrustful of teachers for a long time. And then I realized it's not about the teacher, it's about the teaching, about the wisdom. And I can find that anywhere. I can find it within myself. I can find it with classes and workshops, but it's not about the person. I'm not going to do any worship a person anymore. And it left me with a deeper connection within myself. It had me seek deeper within me, which is, where it is anyway, right? And then we come together in communities like this, and we can harmonize with this wisdom within us, harmonize with this consciousness we are, and we are a greater together than the sum of our parts. It's not about me, but most of you knew that already. I am human, and I know the divine within me. And above all, I want you to look for the divine within you. Look for the divine within all people. And sometimes that requires a greater understanding of things, a greater realization, a greater awakening within us, this whole imagination kind of thing that opens up. But it never stays the same. We need to throw the bathwater out and keep the baby. I love the Hindu faith where they have their trinity, so to speak, has three parts to it. So there's the Brahma, which is the creator who brings the universe into existence. Vishnu is the preserver who sustains, protects, and maintains balance. And this is the part I don't think any other religion deals with this. Vishnu. Vishnu is the destroyer. But that's an English translation. Really, Vishnu is a transformer who dismantles the universe for renewal. There's always a need for renewal. There's always you let go. Do you know that this universe, this vast universe, has multiple galaxies like the Milky Way? And in each of those galaxies, there's millions of stars like our own sun, some bigger than our sun. I often forget that the sun is just a star. And there's lots of them stars out there. And they go through a growth process where they are born as a star, they grow, they live, and then they're sucked into a black hole and get dispersed into cosmic dust that forms new stars. It's obviously the same for our plants and our animals. It's the same for us. Not only in our physical body, but things in our life change. You've heard that thinking that things, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insanity. But I'll tell you, doing the same thing over and over again and not expecting things to change is insanity too. It's the nature of life, and that's the importance of having a vision, an imagination. So the Disney people, when they first came up with this process of imagination, they talked about having a blue sky, which simply meant a blank slate, and began to seek what kind of world would we build together if we truly believed anything was possible. And so they made this impossible possible. Walt Disney in his life said, we keep moving forward, opening up new doors and doing new things because we're curious. And curiosity keeps us leading us down new paths. We're always exploring, experimenting. We're calling what we call imagineering the blending of creative imagination with technical know-how. You know what's interesting about Walt Disney? I heard this story at the beginning of Disneyland in Southern California. He was walking around the park one day and he saw one of the employees who was from Tomorrowland, and a very, Tomorrowland outfit, going through Fantasyland. And he goes, oh my goodness, that just took away the experience of the people around. So he decided, that was just that one thing, he decided to get his engineers and Imagineers to build a network of hidden tunnels or passageways and hallways and tunnels where if you were an employee, you would walk in street clothes, you'd go behind it and come out in your outfit in your area, but never go anywhere else. Take breaks behind the walls, so to speak. Have you noticed, how many people have been to Disneyland? Okay, quite a few of you. Have you ever noticed you don't see a princess just walking around? They come out near where they are stationed and where the kids are lined up for autographs, sometimes adults. But that's the ingenious thing about the experience, and based on this experience, this center has gone through a number of transformations. We started as a study group over on Brown Street about where the 9/11 Memorial is, in the middle of that construction over there. We were on the historical building on California, an office building on Lincoln and Soskull. We were at New Tech High School. We are on Clinton Street where the Armistead Brewery is now. So we were in many places before we came here. We also had a property on Big Ranch Road that we sold for the down payment on this place. When we came here, we had, and all this time, that was long before I got here. It was Reverend Barbara and Reverend Janet, and they were basing things on the experience people wanted. So we bought this property. This building here was divided up into pieces. There were walls up here, right, Michael? And so they took down those walls to create one sanctuary and moved built back here. The building was there, but they made offices back here, made offices in this building over here. And then they created this whole courtyard of, not the concrete, it was still a parking lot then, but the plants and all the landscaping was put in, the fence was put behind there, and then a few years ago we put in the concrete courtyard. This building became a rental because we also have financial goals too, financial imagination, where we are self-sustainable and going to another 50 to 100 years. So all these things were based on, not on what we think we should do, but what experience we want people to have here. And we continue to evolve. We expect things to change. We expect new people to come, and for whatever reason, some people move on to other things for a season, a reason, a lifetime. And we continue to evolve, which is the importance of the vision we have out there. The importance of knowing the feasibility of how things will work, how to make things work better. And we just keep coming back to this idea about we do what works and change what doesn't. When I always often talk about my own intention or the intention of this community as like a walk we go on. That if we're walking down a path we don't look down concerned about the obstacles because we're not going to enjoy anything around here. But we also don't walk looking like this because we're going to stumble over something. There's a soft focus we have. We're aware of our surroundings. We don't need to look at every step we take. We know that our body has a memory for that. We also know, I personally experience this, I'm sure you have too, when I get tired, I stumble even though I know the things are there because I'm just not picking up my feet enough. And I'm also sometimes just focused on getting back to the car or something, and I'm missing the beauty that's around me. So we need the rest, rejuvenation at times, just to sit down, and it's also a great time to remember what we're doing, and why we're doing it, why we're opening to this idea of imagination, this greater thing. Emma Curtis Hopkins, who is known as the teacher of teachers, because she taught many spiritual teachers and writers, she said, imagination is the faculty by which we picture the good we desire. And I love the way she talked about good, because good and God were interchangeable. So imagination is the way we experience the good we seek. So if we know this, if we open up to this in greater ways, then it is what helps us create this life that we're seeking. That we keep our vision in mind and we continue to affirm that which we are. And at times we need to have a seat, take a break, and remember. And it's wonderful to gather in community to be able to do that, to be able to understand and to commune with each other, to be in this place of sharing and opening. For we have individual paths, but we also have a collective path that we celebrate today and always. So thank you for being a part of that. Let us go to prayer. Let's just take a breath in and just let it go. We take another breath in, and as we breathe out, we breathe out the bath water that needs to be let go. But we breathe in the life of the baby, of the apple, of the goodness of life. And we fully fill ourselves with that. We know this is the truth of life, and we open ourselves to the greater vision coming through us. That we know what we do makes a difference, and we continue to affirm that. I know, the Spirit is moving through each of us. Is the power, the courage, the curiosity of love, of this vision. And I know that which you seek is also seeking you. And I'm so grateful for that, because we don't have to do this alone. There's a universe that supports us, the cosmos that is. And for this, I'm grateful too. And so it is.
I speak my truth like a melody. I shine my light with serenity. I'm showing up authentically. I'm growing into a new frequency. When I use my voice, I am releasing my I am gifting my vibration into the universe. I dance my truth like an easy breeze. I show my strength with humility. I'm stepping up for humanity. I'm flowing into a new resiliency. When I use my voice, I am releasing my I am gifting my vibration into the universe. I speak my truth like a melody.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. This is a time in our service when we invite you to be part of the law of circulation. I know that which you give of your heart and your soul and financial contributions come back to you tenfold. So we appreciate you being a part of this law of circulation. If our ushers could come forward, please. We know there are many ways to give, and includes money or donations of the heart that you've given to us in the past as well as the present. So we hold our hand over our heart to represent that which you're giving today or you've given in the past, and we simply say, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate, and so it is.
Sing with me. I expand in abundance. I expand in success. I expand in love every day, and I inspire others to do the same. One more time to amplify this expansion. I expand in abundance. I expand in success. I expand in love every day, and I inspire others to do the same. And so it is.
And that if you didn't get a chance to fill out the survey, this will be the last Sunday to do that. We still have some around, or it's online. We're just starting to tabulate those things, and part of the workshops and classes we're doing are a result of that. So you'll hear more about that in time. I also didn't mention that I had more ideas than I had time to present, but I just wanted to show you a couple ideas that we've had that is on our vision. This is an annex room that we've talked about building, and also a plan for 2 stories above the offices. But the truth is, like, we don't live in these spaces. We don't count on them. We're just as they evolve in us. So that's part of our imagination as we do that. So we also want to welcome anybody who might be here for the first time. We have some pamphlets in you, some information about us. You can always find it online as well. But if you're here for the first time and you're willing to raise your hand, we have some information for you. Mary, could you get some pamphlets? Oh, there we go. Okay. So good to have you here today. The blessing you are. We have coffee and food in the courtyard afterwards. All are welcome to join us, whether it's your first time in a while, or your umpteenth time to be here. We're all glad to be here. We also know this is the first Sunday of the month, and if I didn't say it, you wouldn't let me get away with it. And that would be that we honor birthdays and anniversaries in March. So is it your birthday in March? Raise your hand. Anybody have we got some March birthdays. Awesome. What about anniversaries? Any anniversaries in March? One anniversary. How many years? 3. That's good. And counting. Good. We also honor sobriety birthdays, recovery birthdays that we don't ask for you to raise your hand because we know it's anonymous. I know some people that have had big ones this month or last month, and I so appreciate and honor that path that you have chosen. It's not easy, and yet you continue to do that. So thank you. We honor you. So we have a affirmation here for new people, for birthdays, for anniversaries, and sobriety recovery anniversaries. So we say, we bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world. We are grateful for your presence in our community, and so it is. If our practitioners could come forward, please. Prayer is available after the service. You're welcome to come for a personal one-on-one prayer. I think it's a gift that I don't know anything else that parallels to it, because it's the opportunity for us to hear the magnificence that is available for us and experience it in that way. So thank you, practitioners, for being here for us. And we also want to honor our children. Come on up, children. Oh, we've got 2 little ones here. You've got full hands here. Can you get the microphone for me, Michael or Monica? So who?
Peter, and he has his rooster. And Eamon.
Yay.
Yay.
That's great. That's great. So we have an affirmation for you right here for our children. We raise our hands and we say, we love you, we care about you, and we're here for you. Let's all stand for the community affirmation. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I am led by Spirit.
I am led by Spirit.
I'm guided by wisdom.
I am guided by wisdom.
I'm protected by love.
I am protected by love.
I'm here to be a blessing.
I am here to be a blessing.
I am so grateful.
I am so grateful.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And now our closing song.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
So as we go forth, we know that we are supported by the universe in our imaginary nation. So bless all. Thanks for being here.